I'm tired. I'm not worried about how messy it looks back there. I'm not worried about how messy I look right now. I just woke up, right? I put this on. I got this at some secondhand store. Yeah. And I got this. I got one that has like a SpongeBob print. Maybe next video I'll wear that. But anyways, I'm back. Good morning. The reason why I started saying like, oh, I'm tired is because listen, let me turn this camera more so you can like see me. Okay. But I keep sitting here and saying, I'm gonna make some more YouTube videos. I gotta get back on this thing. I gotta get back on this thing. And it's funny. I saw this really funny, I guess you'd call it a meme. I don't know. But basically it was like a little like, you know, pie chart, I guess they're called. But it was like things I actually do when I say I need to lock in. And most of the pie was filled out. And it's like, tell people I need to lock in. And then the little tiny sliver of the pie said actually lock in. And that's what I feel like I'm dealing with right now. Is that little tiny sliver. Is like I'm ready to actually like lock in. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of waking up in the morning. I've been having a lot of joint pain. And when I say a lot of joint pain, I need one of those like camera things that like moves with you, right? But when I say a lot of joint pain, I mean like a lot of joint pain. Like I can lift up my arm and stuff like that, right? My right arm. My left arm, it literally feels like someone's pulling on it. And I'm just like tired of that. You know, I'm tired of like being in pain. So right now it's like 4:45 in the morning. I've been up since like 3, just thinking like, okay, let me actually get up and do some shit and stop saying that I'm gonna do it. I need to just fucking do it, right? So yeah, on to the title of the video. I gained weight and I'm not happy about it. Now, I know that some people I told them like, oh, you know, I'm trying to lose weight. I put it on my Twitter too, right? And it's like mixed reviews. You know, you got some people, because basically I was like, you know, what diet is Ice Spice on? Because I'm trying to get small like that, right? Now, I'm not trying to be like the exact type of shape that she is, but I do want to slim down. So currently I am 202 pounds, right? I took my weight like a couple days ago. Cut this little thing off here from the tag. These scissors are dull, but got the job done. But yeah, but I still want to lose some weight. So I'm 202 pounds. Let's just say 200 and make it easy. I used to be like a steady like 140 to 150 for the longest time, right? And of course, you know, you get older, things change. Maybe you can't be as active as you once were. But fact of the matter is, I was used to being that 150, right? The first time that I noticed that I gained weight was probably like in 2022, probably like my last, I would say my last like consistent year of dancing, right? No breaks, just straight out dancing through it, right? So I remember one time I was in the mirror and had my natural hair out and I was like fixing my little space buns right there, right? And like I looked at my stomach and like see how it is now, kind of like squared out, really like, you know, not that I ever was like super like petite, but you know, yeah, I noticed the difference and I'm just like, hold on, because my stomach was never like that. It used to be like, you know, tight like that. Like if you've been following me for a long time, you know how it was shaped. So yeah. And it made me feel a little insecure, but I didn't really like acknowledge it. I'm like, you know what, whatever. I'm still a great dancer. I got a nice ass, whatever. Nice perky tits, right? And then, you know, I've been dancing at that same club since like 2017. If you're new here, yes, I dance at other clubs too. But yeah, I don't need to do my edges. I'm going to the gym. I think it's just because I'm on camera right now. But yeah. So yes, I and we're going out onto the floor that night. And yeah, of course, one of the guys who's been there since I was dancing in 2017 was like, didn't she see smaller? And me, I'm so kind when I'm at work. I don't care what job it is. Like, I'm kind as fuck. Right? And that's not to like gas myself up. But it's kind of like, I'm a people pleaser. I'm working on it, but it's kind of in my nature, right? Anyways, and I'm like, yeah, I used to be like way smaller. You know what I mean? And that was probably like, honestly, the first time that I'm like, shit, like people are actually noticing. Made me feel a little shitty, but I'm like, whatever. And then another guy who frequents the club, I would call him a regular, but I feel like a regular is a little bit different if you just come into the club versus if you actually spend money. But yeah. And he was like, you know, he usually buys the girls drinks and things like that, right? And he was just like, Janet, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, like, it just like came out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, like, you know, why wouldn't I be? And he was just like, oh, well, you know, in my day, in my generation, if a woman puts on weight, that means that something's wrong. And I'm just like, oh. You know, I don't know what else I said after that, but it was just kind of like, oh, okay. You know, alrighty then. I think it's kind of funny, so I feel like nowadays, if somebody loses a bunch of weight, that's when we're all concerned, right? And it's like, here's my thing. I'm at the healthiest point. Well, let me not say the healthiest, but I'm at a healthier point now than when I was like smaller, because I was partying a lot back then, and also I wasn't eating meat, so I wasn't getting enough protein, enough collagen, all those vitamins. And I'm not saying that if you're a vegetarian or vegan that you're not getting those things, but I was a shitty version of one, right? I would just eat vegetarian things and not things that were actually nourishing my body. So it's like I'm doing all that dancing, I'm doing all these drugs, and then I'm sitting there trying to like, you know, replenish my body with like, just when I say vegetarian things and not things that are actually good for you, you know, like, okay, like a cheese pizza is vegetarian, right? Is it healthy for you? Absolutely not. And I was eating a lot of junk food back then, but I was like, whatever, like I'm not putting any of this weight on, right? And then 25 hit. But no, what's it called? Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna have a protein shake after, because I think you heard my stomach grumbling, but I'm just gonna wait till I'm done the little workout. But yeah, you know, just the fact of hearing those things, like, oh, you know, you put on weight, and then like I said, like for example, Ice Spice again lost all this weight. Everyone's like, yo, is she on Ozempic? Is she on drugs? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where did her ass go? Where did her, you know, she used to be thick, da 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 da. What happened? And it's just like, you know, she just came off of her Y2K tour, which is the name of her album if you didn't know. Excuse me. But just the fact that she's probably healthier now than she was when she first came out, right? Like for me, since I've been 202, like at first, like when I started eating meat again, I'm like, okay, I feel healthier. But then I went a little overboard, right? Also, I work from home and it's a sit-down job, so it's just like constantly sitting. I need to get up and do shit. You know what I mean? So like in between like phone calls and emails, stuff like that, I'll try to stand up, shake my legs a little bit. If there's like time where I can like actually walk away and not have to sit there, I'll walk around a little bit, right? But also, I live in a complex where there's a gym on site. I'm gonna get up in the morning, I'm gonna work out. I'm tired of sitting here like, oh, one day I'll go to the gym, or, you know, I'll lock in one day. I'm just gonna get up and go. Last week, I kind of started Monday and Tuesday, got up early, went to the gym. But it also depends on what you did at the gym. Like I went to the gym, but it's not like I really did much, right? Like, okay, I did some stretches, did some squats, really bad form. If you watch my TikTok, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'll make sure to like link it below if I can. But then I was on the treadmill for a little bit, so that's good, but I really want to like get in there more. even if I just go on the treadmill, right? Like I was on TikTok and people were talking about, oh, take 10,000 steps a day. That's like 5 miles, which I think is possible to do. I mean, I have to work up to that point, but it's just walking. You're not jogging, you're not sprinting, you're just walking. I think it's possible. So yeah, I think it's about to be like 5 something now, and I want to get at the gym by 5, but it's okay. I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna come back home, stretch, and just start my day. I start my day at 8 o'clock. But yeah, I am no longer worrying about how I look on camera, whether that's makeup or no makeup, you know, my outfits, the background. I don't care anymore. I'm trying to do this for real. Like, I really want to take this seriously. So, if you've been subscribed all this time, thank you for your patience. And yeah, let's lock in. I'm not waiting for January 1st. I'm starting today. Because like I said, like the shoulder pain, and I've been having a lot of joint pain overall, but I know I have to just move. Maybe it's the weight gain, maybe it's some other shit, I don't know. But I'm taking my health seriously, so let's lock in.